Who says Social Security is inadequate to retire on? There's actually a lot of people on the left. Now, a lot of people on the right say Social Security is bad. It should be privatized. It's a Ponzi scheme, blah, blah, blah. The government's in charge. And look, I don't want to talk about that right now. I disagree with a lot. I mean, Social Security is a Ponzi scheme. No other way around that. But I want to challenge that for right now about the government has too much influence on your retirement because it is what it is. I mean, there's no getting around that. But the rallying cry on the socialists of the left is that Social Security is insufficient. It's not enough. They're bagging on Social Security, which is weird. They say not only is it not enough, we need more, and we need the government to provide more regulations, more laws. And I was listening to Consuela Mack's Wealth Track that she did just a couple days ago with Teresa Girardelli or whatever. I don't know how to pronounce her name from the New School. And I just sit there and I say, I just don't, are these people not in the same atmosphere that I'm in? It is the weirdest thing to me. And she is just saying how Social Security, we're all impoverished because of Social Security is not enough. Are you living in the world that I'm living in? Because it's insane. And I don't get it. And then her response is, Social Security isn't good enough, so we need more of government dictate on how you organize your life in retirement, i.e. we're going to pass laws that say you can't take your money out of your retirement accounts until you retire, which is freaking insane. We're going to pass laws to get government more involved in your retirement account. The whole thing is just so nuts. So let's just go into a quick scenario of how Social Security is absolutely sufficient for the lower middle class people. And I don't want to get too deep in this, but I'm listening to these people are so, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know how to say this, but they're saying, Consuela Mack says the vast majority of Americans are at risk, all right? That would assume the vast majority. That means everybody. And then Teresa will say, well, we're talking about the 50 to 64-year-old cohort, all right? And so there's two different things there. And then when they throw these databases in that says half of Americans have no retirement savings, well, that includes a significant amount of people who are 18 to 30 years old and they're beginning work in retail, for instance, like my daughter. So all these, it's almost like the client scientist, man. They're throwing all these different starting points of entry, and they're extrapolating whatever the story they want to tell from that. It ticks me off. So, all right, let's go into somebody. What's up, big man? What are you looking for? He's looking for something to chomp on. We're just going to say a household that has $40,000 a year of income. All right. Now, the median household in the good old US of A in 2019 is about $62,000. So this is a third less than the median household. All right. So we're just going to say this is the lower income earner in the USA today. And what we're going to do is we're simply going to say this is what they've averaged adjusted for inflation over the course of their working careers. You just see this guy. You are such a nut. Hold on a second. Here he is, the star of the show, acting nuts. So we're going to say these people had $40,000 over the course of their working career, which would be, you will say, adjusted for inflation. So that'd be $30,000 10 years ago, $20,000 20 years ago, $10,000 30 years ago, something like that. You see what I'm saying? So we're saying it's $40,000 today, but it's been adjusted for inflation because that's how Social Security works. All right, we're going to put you down, big man. All right, so what we do is we don't need to figure out what their total index earnings are because we can simply just say it's this and we're going to divide that by 12 to get their AIME. All right, and that's going to be 33 is their AIME. The way you do that is you take your annual index earnings, you add them all up, and then you divide that by 420 to get your AIME. I'm just avoiding that step because essentially we don't need to have our annual index earnings added up because we're saying on every year adjusted for inflation, i.e. index from the average wage index, the AWI, we get 40,000. And we did it for 35 years, and that will give us an AIME of $3,333. All right. In 2019, the first 926 has a bend point of 90%. All right, so whatever that leaves, here's my trusty calculator. You always need your trusty calculator. Get it on my link right in the show notes. 3333 minus 926. That leaves 2407 times 0.32. All right, so what does that mean? Times 0.32, that's 7702 All right, and that's 926 times 0.9. That's 833. All right. So now what we're doing is we're going to add those two together plus 770. That gives us, 833 plus 770. That gives us 1603 is our PIA. All right, so that's our PIA. 1603 is what we get at our full retirement age. We'll assume 67 years old. All right, so 1603 divided by 3333 equals what? That's about, 3333. 1603 divided by 3333. That's a 48% replacement income of Social Security. But the problem that these guys have here is that it's not 3333 you're living on. I'm sorry. This is where, and again, I don't trust the left, not gonna lie to you. So I think they know this. And I think they know it to the extent that they're misleading data deliberately, like Michael Mann with his stupid hockey stick thing. So anyways, 3333 is not their take-home pay. This is their take-home right here. That's it. There's no tax on this. If this is the only income you have no tax. That would be their take-home pay. 3333 is not their take-home pay. How? Because first of all, we minus 7.65 to FICA. All right, so we take our trusty calculator. 3333 minus 7.65% to FICA. That gives us 3,078, and we're just going to say for simplicity an 8% effective tax rate, state and local, minus 8%. All right, minus 8%. That gives us 2831 net. Now, I'm not including any 401k contributions because we're going to assume none's going in. So now, oops, sorry, buddy. 1603 divided by 2831 is what? 1603 divided by 2831 is a 57% ratio of payout. Now, is that going to get the job done? I don't know. Hopefully you have some savings. Hopefully, I don't know. But if you're married and you have no other income, your spouse, they still get half of this, which equals 1603. Divide that by 2, 801. And lo and behold, looky here, plus 1603. Now we're at 2404, which is 2831, which is 2404 divided by 2831, which is 85% replacement rate. That's an 85% replacement rate of net income. Now, people say, but that doesn't include healthcare costs. Well, it doesn't include healthcare costs here either. It doesn't include, in fact, I would argue that healthcare costs, I had a guy the other day saying his healthcare costs were $600 a month for he and his wife for his health insurance. Well, it won't be that for Medicare, all right? Medicare is, we know for a fact, is $270 a month. There's $135 for Part B. And if you want to get Part D with no premiums, you can do that. So let's just say it's $300 a month, whatever you want to do. So in that case, you're saving when it comes to healthcare because your healthcare for a lot of employers is more than what's going to be for Medicare. So if that were to be true, you take off another $300 here, or $600, be $22.31, and you take off $300 here, and it's be $21.04. 2104 divided by 2104 divided by 2231. Now we're at a 94% rate. Look, yes, single women, I get it, lower income single women, it's gonna be tough. I get that. Divorcees, it's gonna be tough. But that's not what Consuela said. She said the vast majority. That's not what Teresa Gildelchi said. She said the vast majority. And yes, there are some people who are going to be hurt in unit. I get that. There's no way around that. The vast majority will not be, though. The vast majority, even here, sorry, buddy, keep kicking you. Even here, the lower income people who only have no money to put away or anything like that, we're not even including equity in their home, we're not including anything. The vast majority, in this case, here you go, are going to be fine. Because they're not spending. I don't understand. If they were getting by on $33.33 a month before taxes, before health care, why can't they get by on $21.04 a month after taxes, after health care, when in fact after taxes, after health care, they were getting by on $22.31? You see what I'm saying? Now, if they're single, I get it. That would be a little bit more of a challenge. They're going to have a deficiency of 1603 minus probably 2,500. They'll have about a $900 deficiency. I 100% get that. Absolutely. If they're single and this is what they've been making over the course of their life, they're going to have a deficiency. I 100% get that. Hopefully they own their home. Hopefully they have some equity. Hopefully they're able to pay down some debt before they just went on Social Security. That is not the vast majority of people. It's not. All right, so let's stop with the freaking fear-mongering, my friends. It's all fake. I know these guys know this because you can see they use these data sets to say, look how bad it is. And then they jump. And then they jump again. You're like, but that's not... You can't do that. I mean, you can if you want to scare people, but why? My ears smell good. he's sniffing my ear. I love you, big man. So, does Pablo give Dad a thumbs up or a thumbs down, Pablo? Don't bark if you give me a thumbs up. Hey, look at that. Look at that. Be cute if you give me a thumbs up. Oh, he is so doggone cute. All right, we'll see you. Look, Pablo says bye-bye. Hey.